Welcome to NCSS Here for You. For over 50 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been providing access to quality psychosocial services to the residents of Franklin and Grand Isle counties. Over the years, as the needs of the community have changed, so too have the programs and services that we make available to assist children, adolescents, adults, families, and seniors. We take our role in the community seriously, and we strive to provide the highest quality services. According to Eric Erickson, a noted developmental psychologist, every person must pass through a series of 8 interrelated stages over the entire life cycle. NCSS provides a continuum of services to meet the needs of individuals who at any point seek assistance. NCSS's purpose is creating a stronger community, one person at a time. Now, let's get to today's show. I'm Joe Halko, Director of Community Relations for Northwestern Counseling and Support Services, and welcome to another episode of NCSS Here for You. Each month in this program, we discuss a human services topic, and we do that with staff from one of our 3 service divisions. Our 3 service divisions are Behavioral Health Services, Children, Youth, and Family Services, and Developmental Services. And on occasion, we have guests from organizations that NCSS collaborates with throughout the year. This month's episode is titled Camp Rainbow, an Extraordinary Camp Experience. Camp Rainbow was developed to provide children with an autism spectrum disorder or an intellectual or developmental disability with a typical summer camp experience. The experience includes fun activities, outdoor play, swimming, crafts, singing, and friendships. Such an experience is not always available to children with these diagnoses due to cognitive, physical, and behavioral challenges. At Camp Rainbow, skilled staff and volunteers offer campers opportunities designed to meet these challenges and support their success. The 5 core areas that the activities address are sensory exploration, fine and gross motor skills, communication skills, academic skills, and social skills. Now we'll send the show to the Georgia Beach Pavilion, where I'll interview staff, volunteers, and parents of children attending the camp on the final day of Camp 2014. We're here at Camp Rainbow for the final day of the 2014 season, and I'm here with Tina Cross, camp coordinator. And Tina, what do we have going on here?
This is the hayride that we do every morning with the kids, and hayride happens every week, and the kids love the hayride. We have volunteers that come down and use their vehicles and pull the hayride. We have the hay wagon is donated through Gary Gilman.
And about how long does the ride take each week?
Oh, they go up and around the road, the Klein Road, and then come back down. They're gone for about 15-20 minutes.
I see. And is it a highlight for a lot of those who are here at the camp every year?
It is the highlight of Camp Rainbow is the hay wagon. They love it, and they're very disappointed if we are unable to find a ride or a driver for the hay wagon. That's the highlight of camp. And when we do the surveys at the end of the year, that's the big thing, is that the hayride is the highlight. The hayride itself. I think if we had just a hayride, they'd be very happy.
Can have an all-day hayride.
All day. And when camp first started, we were at a different location, and we actually had a tractor with a hayride, and it was on the farm, and they had a hayride in the morning and a hayride in the afternoon. But when we had to change locations, we could only do one in the morning. Sure. They were very disappointed with that, very.
Well, certainly there's a lot of activities that the children are able to undertake throughout the course of their time here, a lot of which we'll see today. Yes. And today we'll also be able to talk to not only some of the volunteers, but some of the parents as well.
Yes, we have all those on site. Camp is solely run by volunteers. If it wasn't for the volunteers, we would not be able to do Camp Rainbow. We have only 2 staff that are on site every week, and the rest are strictly volunteers.
Okay, and we'll be back in just a moment with more from Camp Rainbow at the Georgia Beach Pavilion in Georgia, Vermont. We're back at Camp Rainbow with Tina Cross. And Tina, can you tell us a little bit about the history of Camp Rainbow?
So Camp Rainbow started 7 years ago. We started it over at the Gilman Ranch with Gene Gilman. Camp was designed and set up for, there wasn't a typical camp or a non-typical camp for kids with autism. So, and then we worked really well with the school systems that had camp that was Monday through Thursday. So that's why camp started on Fridays, so that way kids had a place to go. And it was a place for autistic children to be successful at camp because they weren't always successful in a typical camp day. Sure. So that's where we started 7 years ago, and we have grown. This year we have 28 kids. Last year we had 37. And yes, this is the coldest day that we have had at camp. Usually it's hot and humid and sweaty, and so we're kind of trying to go with the weather today.
And how is the camp itself funded?
So camp is mainly funded through grants. United Way gives us a lot of money for grants. Autism Speaks grants and personal donations.
And how does this camp fit in with the other services that are provided for these children throughout the year by NCSS?
So a lot of kids do come through NCSS's services, but some of our kids are out of county, so they're not through NCSS. And we still continue to work on communication skills, sensory, motor skills, and academic skills. So they all tie in together throughout the year. You know, we have sensory at NCSS, a sensory room where we work on those skills. And communication is a big thing, and teamwork and peer socialization. A lot of the kids aren't really used to being with their peers, so it's a great place for peers to be together.
Okay, and we will be, thank you, Tina, very much, and we will be back in just a moment. Okay, now I'm here with Jordan Rock, and Jordan has been at Camp Rainbow as a volunteer. This is her 4th year. And Jordan, first of all, what attracted you to Camp Rainbow? And secondly, why do you come back every year?
Well, I first started Camp Rainbow the summer before my senior year of high school, and I was looking for volunteer opportunities to, you know, beef up my college resume. And I always loved working with kids, so when I first got here and I realized how hands-on I get to be with these kids, it was a blast, and I just love seeing these kids grow each and every year. So I come back each year to see the kids again. And I've got a few favorites that I love coming back and seeing how much they progress and learn and grow just in general. So that's definitely why I keep coming back.
That's terrific. And of all the years that you've been here, can you give us the most memorable moment that you've had?
It's hard to pick, but I think it would have to be just last year. I had a kid that was nonverbal, and we didn't really have any forms of communication most of the summer. But we all wanted to try and see if we could get anything out of him. And one day we were eating, and I just kept doing sign language, saying more food, asking if he wanted more food. And after about like the 8th time, he finally signed more back, and I was elated, oh my goodness, because I finally communicated with him and I saw him learn. I saw him make the connection that doing this connects to more food. So for the rest of the day he just kept going like this, and he got probably 20 goldfish that day, but I was just so excited to see him make that step and to progress like that, and I kind of feel like it was me doing it, and so I just feel really proud about myself that we made that connection.
Well, you know, one of the things that I've seen is that volunteers get so much out of being here, just like those that you're here to serve.
Definitely. I love it. I love seeing the kids grow and playing with them, and sometimes it's a bit of a bummer that I don't get to play with all of them every day, but it's both like for the kids and for us too. We're volunteering and we're getting some hours in, but this is the best volunteer work I could ask for. So it's a lot of fun.
Well, Jordan, thanks for being with us today, and thanks for all you've done for Camp Rainbow.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we're here with Jessica Bashand, who's another returning volunteer who I believe has been here 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. So a returning veteran, so to speak. And Jessica, first of all, what was it first that attracted you to Camp Rainbow? And then secondly, why do you come back each year?
Well, the first thing that brought me to Camp Rainbow is I have a family member who works at NCSS, and one family gathering, she brought up the fact that there's this awesome camp and it always needs more volunteers. So I contacted some friends and we joined together, and it's been one of the best experiences I've ever had. It's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. So I have to come back. I can't not come back.
Well, and it's so important because really this camp is run by volunteers, so it's not as if there's a lot of staff members that are present, so I know that they truly appreciate what you do. Now, if you had to, what is your most memorable moment in the years that you've been here? Is there a particular activity or event that took place that sticks with you?
Probably one of the most one of the most memorable moments I've ever had has been just seeing the kids working together and having such social moments and building friendships, like helping each other. Kids have brought in cookies for each other. It's been a great time watching them bond and have such a good time together.
Well, that's terrific. Well, Jessica, thanks for everything you do for Camp Rainbow, and thanks for being with us today. Okay, now we're here with a first-year volunteer, Janae Samaro. And Janae, thanks for being with us today. And what I wanted to ask you is, since it is your first year, first of all, what did you expect being a volunteer at Camp Rainbow? And secondly, has there been anything that has surprised you about being here at camp?
All right, well, when I first came here on the first day at Camp Rainbow, I was well informed because before we came to the camp itself, all the camp volunteers had a team meeting at NCSS where we talked about what happened at the camp and the things that we did here, and we talked about the kids and how they were. And so I knew what I was getting into, and it's been a lot of fun since then. So there weren't any surprises. I just expected what I was told. So. Yeah.
Okay, and it's really great to have you here because, as I've said to the other volunteers, this camp really is what it is because of the volunteers, and they certainly appreciate everything you do.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, now we're here with an intern here at Camp Rainbow, and it's Kadeen Jouer. And Kadeen, thanks for being with us in the rain today. And Kadeen, what I'm interested in is, what are your first impressions of Camp Rainbow?
Well, my first impression was there's a lot more paperwork than I expected it to be in the beginning. I've been doing all the pre-admin stuff with Tina Cross, and I love camp. I really do. It's a beautiful place to be for the kids. Just seeing the smiles on their faces every day when you come is awesome. It's great. I think it's a great environment. The volunteers are awesome. Tina and me, we've put a lot of work into this, and I love the way it turned out. It really turned out great this year.
But you weren't in charge of the weather, evidently.
No. We didn't expect this, really. We had beautiful weather all along, except for today, but I guess we'll work through it. We won't melt.
And this is the closing, so at least all the other days you had really nice weather this summer.
Extremely nice weather. We were very grateful for the weather. And today, I mean, we're still going to have fun. We're going to do our best and hope it turns out good for everyone.
Okay, well, thanks for being with us, Kadeen, and thanks for all the work that you've done this year on Camp Rainbow.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now I'm happy to be here with Heather Gratin, and Heather actually has 2 children who attend Camp Rainbow. And Heather, thanks for being with us. And first of all, if you had to explain for them, what does Camp Rainbow mean to your children?
For both the boys, it's a place where they can come and feel safe and play and know that all the events and stuff are really set up with them, their needs in mind, and they just get to be free here and be with other kids that are similar to them. So it's a place of, I guess, safety and friends.
Okay. And from your perspective as a parent, what do you see as the value of Camp Rainbow?
It's huge for me. There's very few places where I can send the kids that I know that the staff really understands their needs. So as a parent, being able to send them someplace where I know all the activities and events are all specially tailored to autism and the staff are all trained, it's just amazing. And the kids have fun. That's the biggest part. I know they're safe and I know they're having a blast. So.
Well, Heather, I want to thank you for being with us today and wish you all the best of luck in the future, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, we're back at Camp Rainbow on this chilly day. I believe probably the chilliest day in the history of the camp, but it is the final day of the 2014 season. And I'm joined now by a parent of a child who attends camp, and that's Tawny Goodhue. Tawny, thanks for being with us today. I appreciate it. Now, Tawny, what does Camp Rainbow mean to your child?
It gives Marcus a chance to come and he can have fun. He actually gets to enjoy. He loves the bouncy house. It gives him a chance to hang out with other kids like him. Where at school, not everybody kind of understands Marcus because he's different. So it gives him a chance to just run, play, and be himself. So he gets to enjoy all kinds of different activities like sensory things that are big for him that not the school tries to accommodate all that kinds of stuff, but here it curtails especially for that. So he enjoys all those sorts of things here.
And that certainly is one of the things, you know, when Camp Rainbow was first started, I think one of the biggest things was the fact that certainly everything that's done here is specifically for these children, things that you wouldn't find at other camps. So I know it's much more comfortable for them to be in this setting than, say, some other camp.
Absolutely. And I think the nice thing is also Marcus gets to bring his personal care attendant that he normally deals with at home. I get to send that personal care attendant with him here. And he's also had the same personal care attendant, like his personal care attendant from home comes with him here, but that person wasn't able to come one day. So Tina was able to take the person that was with him last year and slide that person in for a day here as well, which was great when Cam wasn't able to come. So it also gave Marcus the ability to have the same person from last year. So he gets to have that same person hang out with him and be able to have that person as a comfort zone as well.
Sure, and that's certainly extremely important.
It is for Marcus because he has trouble meeting new people and hanging out with new people. So here, you know, it's the same kind of friends from last year that he remembers, you know, getting to be all the different things, like you say, you know, the camp curtails especially for their needs, which is great because the other camps don't do that, and it's very hard to find camps that curtail to their needs.
Now, we've talked a lot about what the camp means to Marcus, and it's certainly for Marcus, but from a parent's perspective, what does the value of Camp Rainbow mean to you?
A lot of the same things. You know, it's nice to be able to have a camp for Marcus. That, you know, it's very difficult as a parent to find a camp that curtails to Marcus's needs, but it's also nice for me as a parent to be able to have a camp that I can send him to. It's very frustrating as a parent when you look at all these camps that are made for normal children, as you will, to find one that's made for Marcus that he can go to, that I feel comfortable being able to send him to. It also allows me some free time to be able to go do things that I might not normally be able to do, but also getting to watch him grow and have fun in the things he gets to like to do, like the bouncy house. They make a slip and slide. Also here, they let you come in and watch as much as you want to do, where other camps don't really invite you in so much to be able to watch. So it's fun to be able to watch them, you know, Marcus intertangle with all the other kids and things like that. So I really enjoy being able to be part of his day here as well.
Well, Tawny, it's been a pleasure meeting you today, and thanks for being here, and we certainly wish Marcus all the best.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
You too. Okay, now I'm back here with Tina Cross again, and Tina's going to talk a little bit about some of the activities that the children do each time at camp.
So right now what they're doing is they're making popsicle stick photo frames. And at the last day of camp, we like to do this, and then we go around and we take pictures, specifically today, but every day we take pictures of every camper, and we have scrapbooks. So every different theme days, every camp day has a theme day, and during those theme days we print out pictures, and then they can make a page or several pages, it's up to them, and then they can decorate them and do everything that needs to happen. And so they like that piece. So today we went around and we took pictures of them with their friends or with their buddies, and then we're going to print them out, and then they're going to attach them to their photo frames. So that's this. But also with the activities part, one of the big part of Camp Rainbow is that we give out Camp Rainbow tokens. And they wear necklaces. And so for every activity that they participate in or they try, or using good behaviors or good choices or manners, we give them these tokens, and then at the end of the day, we have what we call a token store, where they can go and purchase items with these tokens. So it's a great motivational for some kids who don't like to participate, or they just want to be off in their own little thing. Even if they sit down and just try it for 2 seconds, they're going to get a token. And this is a huge part of camp too. And they love the token store. Is the token store open yet? Is it open yet? Token store don't open till the end of the day to make them motivated to stay for the end of the day.
Sure.
So yeah, that's a big picture.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Tina, for that explanation. And again, it's really great to have been here today.
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming.
I hope that you enjoyed getting a glimpse of how important Camp Rainbow is, not only to those who attend the camp, but to their parents, plus the positive impact on volunteers who generously give of their time to ensure that the campers have a positive experience. I also want to thank you, the viewer, for spending time with us again this month. You can learn more about NCSS and all of our programs and services by logging on to ncssinc.org. I'm Joe Halco, and I'll be back next month with another episode of NCSS Here for You. This has been another episode of NCSS Here for You. We hope that you found today's discussion informative and educational. For over 50 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been providing access to quality psychosocial services to the residents of Franklin and Grand Isle counties. Over the years, as the needs of the community have changed, so too have the programs and services that we make available to assist children, adolescents, adults, families, and seniors. Thanks once again for tuning in this month. NCSS's purpose remains creating a stronger community, one person at a time.